Men have been fed toxic lies like, you're not only a man if you don't drink, or his story peels back illusions and redefines what strength looks like: vulnerability, presence, peace, and real connection. But numbing comes at a cost. He lost this connection with his family, with himself, with presence. You're not broken. You were lied to. His message is clear. You're not an alcoholic for life. You're a person who was addicted to alcohol, and now you can be free from that addiction. Hi, my name is Greg Voisin, and welcome back to another edition of Wizenote. This is where we summarize books. They're about 5 minutes long. And today, we're going to be going and taking a deep dive into a book called You're Doing Great and Other Lies Alcohol Told Me. It's by an author by the name of Dustin Dunbar. A courageous, unfiltered look at the myths that we've been told about alcohol, and how one man's journey through addiction led him to freedom, healing, and a deeper sense of self. Dustin grew up vowing never to follow in the footsteps of his alcohol father and grandfather. But like many, he brought into what he calls the alcohol matrix, a collective illusion that drinking equals fun, it equals success, and even masculinity. The biggest lie alcohol ever told him is that it makes life better. Secondly, and he said, socially, emotionally, and even spiritually. Well, Dustin calls this out as propaganda. It's a manipulation built into the culture, advertising, and even appealing to our senses of self-worth. His turning point came during a vivid dream where he was literally plugged into alcohol through tubes surrounded by symbols of alcohol culture. George Clooney's beer frogs, bikini-clad women, all trying to convince him to keep drinking. That moment of awakening planted the seed for truth. Alcohol wasn't helping, it was hurting everything. What truly kept Dustin drinking, at its core, was a fear of abandonment, deep inner pain. Like so many alcoholic numbered what he didn't want to feel, but numbing comes at a cost. He lost this connection with his family, with himself, with presence. After a final incident, a whiskey tour in Canada, disrespecting his and his wife in public and blacking out, he made the decision, no more. The Bloody Mary on the flight home was the last drink. The book doesn't just chart sobriety, it's about emotional healing. Dustin didn't just remove all alcohol, he rewired the conscious beliefs that made it seem necessary in the first place. Now, when it comes to masculinity and a new message, Dustin makes a powerful point. Men have been fed toxic lies like, you're not only a man if you don't drink, or his story peels back illusions and redefines what strength looks like: vulnerability, presence, peace, and real connection. Now, he challenges the notion of alcoholism as a life sentence or identity. You're not broken. You were lied to. His message is clear. You're not an alcoholic for life. You're a person who was addicted to alcohol, and now you can be free from that addiction. So he doesn't label it that way and say that you're an alcoholic. 4 years alcohol free, Dustin is in recovery. He's living joyfully, consciously, fully awake. So through the alcohol-free revolution, which is one of his websites that we'll have a link to, he offers coaching, support, and community for those ready to reclaim their lives. He emphasized this isn't about shame, it's about liberation. So the book includes a detox timeline to guide readers through what the first weeks, months, and even years look like without alcohol, and offers real tools for self-reflection, including daily affirmation, facts about alcohol, and practices like meditation and exercises that you can do. So Dustin's book is just filled with a plethora of his own journey and knowledge to learn from. So You're Doing Great isn't just a recovery memoir. It's a wake-up call. It's a roadmap. It's a hand on your shoulder saying, you're not alone. There's another way. So if someone you love is questioning their relationship with alcohol, this book might be just the guide that changes everything. And I want to encourage you to go out and get a copy of You're Just Doing Great. If you're interested in seeing the full interview with Dustin Dunbar, please click the link below, which will take you to our full interview on Inside Personal Growth. And thanks for listening to this edition of Wizenotes. We appreciate it. Thanks so much.